Hey, welcome. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Those of you who've been following my scopes for a while probably think I only do beaches, but actually I love buildings. So today I came downtown Santa Barbara and I'm going to show you the Arlington Theater, which hosts movies, which people are going into movies right now. I think it's Mission Impossible playing right now, but they also have concerts. Like I've gone to George Benson here, Tedeschi Trucks. They also have like comedians. Bill Maher's been here. But anyway, this is the absolutely beautiful Arlington Theater. So I'm gonna walk up a little, show you some of it. When they have the Santa Barbara International Film Festival every year, this is the main location. I'm gonna check out the ceiling and the lights. I'm gonna show you some of the murals. We have a strong Spanish history, which yes, came after the Native American history. So check out the ceiling, check out the lights, check out the murals. I'm not gonna go in the lobby since they're doing tickets right now, but I'll walk you around, show the outside. The outside's actually quite interesting too. Hey, hi. Hey, how are you? So yeah, this is a really cool, there's no water in the fountain right now because the drought. But this is the Arlington Theater in downtown Santa Barbara. It's right on State Street, our main street. I took an architectural tour once. I can talk. Architectural tour once. And we got to go inside this little building here, which I think is law offices, if I remember correctly. So it's private and I can't get in now, but bummer. So let's check out some of this history. The earliest of three significant buildings on this site was the Arlington. It was construction in the Italian style. Oh, and I just said Spanish. 1875. Okay, so now we know how old. And then it said after one of our big earthquakes, which we've had several, they had to redo it in 1926. So, yeah. So this is the Arlington. Super cool, super cool. Here's the ceiling in this part. And I actually love this little box office. They don't take tickets here right now, but it actually... they do when it's open. See what I mean? Isn't that a cool box office? Even the decor on top. Anyway, let me show you now the outside. Oh, before we go out in the blaring sun where I won't be able to see your comments or your questions or your hearts. Before I go outside, do you have any comments, questions, or hearts? Well, the hearts, I guess you could do anytime, but it doesn't matter. But the comments or questions, if you have them, before I go out in the sun. Anyway, hold on. I'll flip it around so you'll know who you're talking to. Whoa, that's bright. Okay. Okay, so that's me, AlexandraFunFit, here and on Instagram, funandfit.org. So the film festival started here in 1986. And here's an interesting little tidbit. I think almost every single year since it started, because they get the people they give the awards to, the celebrities they give the awards to, they pick them before the Oscars come out, before the Oscar nominations. And almost every year they've correctly predicted Best Actor, Best Actress. And for those of you who don't know Santa Barbara, we are 100 miles northwest of Los Angeles. And a lot of celebrities live here, actually, in this area. So let me just take you outside in the bright sun for a second. We're on mid-state. So if you come and people say upper state, lower state, mid-state, I'm going to take you, yeah, it's super beautiful. And it's a perfect, here's another little interesting thing. I've only lived here, again, 10 years. I mean, I lived here before. I did my undergrad here. But my sister has lived here for 35 years. And in that 35 years, she has never once heard just English spoken. Whenever we come downtown on State Street, we hear a variety of languages, which I think is super cool. So if you speak another language, you got to come here and go to State Street. So, of course, we have Starbucks. Everybody has Starbucks. I'm going to stand in the shade for a second and just point out the Granada Theater to you, which is across. That's the Granada. I'll give a little mini tour of that another time, too, but the interesting thing about the Granada, it used to be really big for grand openings of big movies, like what they used to have down in Hollywood. They would bring the Hollywood stars up here. And then it kind of went into disrepair. It got broken up into like 5 movie theaters, I think it was. Like we'd go, I remember going in the early 80s to see the Talking Heads movie, and it was this tiny little space upstairs in the ballroom. Sorry, somebody just put a comment and I was in the sun and couldn't see it. And then a few years ago they put in millions of dollars and they put it back to how it was in the 30s. So actually I won't, if I can cross against the red, it's usually pretty busy, but I'm going to try and take you to the front just to see it. So the Granada and Arlington are only a block away from each other, both on Mid-State. And if you can talk someone into giving you an inside tour of it, you should. I don't know if they offer them, but you should. So I'm just walking down State, and then I'm going to show you from the front what the Granada looks like. Yeah, it's super cool. I love people watching on State Street. Ooh, it smells like coffee right now. That smells nice. Sometimes it smells like cigarettes, but over the past few years, fewer people smoke, so it doesn't smell like that. If I walked another 12 blocks, I'd be at Stearns Wharf at the beach. So if that gives you any indication from some of my previous ones. Oh yeah, we have a really beautiful downtown, really beautiful. And we have a great, it's fairly new in the past couple of years, but we have a wine district down in the Funk Town area. We have 2 wine districts actually. We have a lot of hidden stuff, and as we keep going with these scopes, I'm trying to keep showing more hidden stuff. I've done a bunch of the hidden hikes, and I'll do some of the hidden buildings. All right, this is the front of the Granada. I'll try to get away from the tree. Can you all see it in the sun? I mean, isn't that cool? I'm going to tilt you up. If you can see the details at the very top. So people actually live and work up there. Totally refurbished. They gutted the interior and redid the exterior. So, I mean, just look at those entry doors. They do a lot of musicals here. I've come to a bunch of shows here, like Spamalot, Rent, a lot of musicals. Bill Bryson came and talked here. He's a travel writer, a humorous travel writer. Anyway, oh, you see they've got Brahms coming, and then Oklahoma. So anyway, super great. So the Granada and the Arlington, we're passing the Unity shop where you should shop because it's used clothing and it helps people who don't have a lot of money. They do a lot of... and we'll close up with a view of the electric shuttle. We have a shuttle here and a trolley. That's the shuttle where you can get rides up and down State Street. So let's say you're shopping or sightseeing, or you had something to eat and you're tired, but you have to get all the way back down 12 blocks to the wharf. You just hop on that. It just runs up and it runs down. It runs up, it runs down. So that's the electric shuttle. Okay, so that's our little mini tour today of our 2 most interesting, exciting, historical, and beautiful Granada and Arlington theaters. Any questions? We don't need a view of the trash cans, so I'll ask us any questions. Okay. Any comments? And of course, hearts are always welcome. And follow me. I'll follow you right back. And I'm going to see if I can get another scope in a little bit of some of the parks. There's a park hidden behind here. Till then, see y'all later.